Welcome to the coffee break. My name is Frank Joop, and today I want to talk about how partners can actually help us to improve the solution that we deliver to you. I call it the 1 and 1 is 3. I mean, everybody has a good solution that offers value to you, but if we combine it with a partner, we believe, or I believe, that we can offer you a greater value. So let's discuss how that will work. You know, partners in success, I call this coffee break, because we need to have partners to complement our solutions. There is no way that the one single vendor can just provide solutions for everything. You know, I'm a firm believer myself for to focus and focus on that particular segment and do the best you can and be number 1 or 2 in the market. That's it. And so we obviously provide solutions for engineering, but you cannot do everything, like I said, so you have to rely on partners. Partners are very important to complement the work process for the areas that you are not covering, but the customer, the client using your solution, they need it to complete the complete work process and create the deliverables or the data that they need. So it's very, very essential that you have a good partnership with key elements for this work process. It's also important that partners are there to endorse your solution. It's not only about integration and putting data backward and forward. You know, it is also validating that you are a trusted and right partner for this particular industry. So when you see the partners, you know, they're really part of the family and trust and endorse the overall solution. Otherwise, you wouldn't work with somebody that you don't have the faith in that they deliver, you know, the right solution. So that is very important, endorsement. The other thing is, I found it very important, you know, in my work also, that I work with the partners, they validate the strategy. Sometimes, you know, we think we have the greatest idea. You go out there and you work with a partner, and the partner said, well, have you thought about this? And maybe it's not such a good idea. Maybe we should differently. So you're jointly working on a better strategy, a better solution. So it's more, a partnership is more than just, okay, you know, we hook up with your database and we're all done. You know, we're working very closely with several partners, you know, in the automation industry, in the process simulation industry, in electrical analysis, that helped us not only on the technical side, but also on this strategy validation. And then, of course, you know, the famous formula of 1 + 1 is 3. Trust me, I've been to school, but this is actually very important, that although the individual parts, you know, the solution that we provide, the solution that the partner provide, offer a great benefit on its own. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the market, they wouldn't be able to sell. Obviously, that is the case. If you join them together, the value will be larger than the individual parts. I firmly believe that, and I have seen that. I have seen it in action when our users, our customers, use this combination of our solution and the partnership and see that. It's lower risk for the customer, because you don't, as an end user of the solution, you know, you have a couple of options, of course. You can buy something and you can develop something. Now, if you develop something, you know, the customer says it is free, which is obviously not the case. You know, obviously it costs money, even you use your internal resources. Second of all, personally, I think it's more costly when you do it yourself. Second of all, you know, you have to maintain it and develop it, and then when the main application changes, you have to change the interface. So it's very costly. So it's a lower risk and a lower cost if you go with partners that are established by the main vendor, and you actually have this interface out of the box. You can maybe customize it, but the basic should be there. And then leverage the knowledge of the partner. Like I said, if we work with partners in the simulation area, for example, you know, they have a lot of knowledge in that area, more knowledge maybe than we have in that particular point, and you actually leverage that and use that knowledge to actually become better. And then main data need to be consistent. And what I mean is that if you have just a data flow from, you know, if we look at the traditional, from the front-end engineering all the way to operations, or maybe even, you know, decommissioning, which is actually an interesting area in itself, you know, you have the engineering data that flows to there, and the partners are playing a role in that in that whole work process to add data, to check data, validate data, for instance, when you do like electrical analysis, and make sure that that data comes out in the end and be consistent. Now, I think when you break it, I personally am a little bit worried if you do that. If you put a partner right in the middle and the data comes in and he does something and the data comes out at the other end, is maybe something that you have to think about. It could work, you know, I'm not saying that it's not working, but you know, our philosophy is more that we maintain the main, you know, ownership and data and control the data, and the vendors are basically plugging in and either adding data, changing data, validating data, but the data consistency is there across the whole life cycle. That's I think an important part of it. So partners, you know, are important. Like I said, it complements the workflow. But also very important, you know, working together, you know, leveraging each other's knowledge, you can actually come, in my view, to a better solution, and the better solution is what you as an end user actually benefit from. All right, enough about partners, thanks, and I'll talk to you in the next coffee break.